So dudes, welcome to the Gregor Gaming Experience. Today we're going to be talking about a mute extended hold into security with these, with the kitchen walls here reinforced and mute jammered up, hatch blown up so you have a escape route. And what is the purpose in this? It's basically to leverage a little bit of control to take fights off of anybody trying to push up white from shower hall, as well as anybody coming down Zulu to a lesser extent because it's not quite as well protected. But the basic idea is you're going to just kind of hide yourself in this room. You might want to bring a Womai, might want to bring a Jaeger down here to help you out in case you get naded out. That's the most common way to deal with this power position here. But this is a pretty nice angle to peek off of, bro. This is like, just kind of hold the pixel here, right? Down that hallway. You can get pretty good shots that way. It's a little bit more risky if you anticipate somebody on this side, right? Because they can still kind of see you a little bit. Angle's not quite as safe. But the basic idea here, you're going to fight anybody trying to come up white. And this is, you know, obviously, there's not a whole lot you can really do, right? This is something that I've noticed. I don't know how long this has been around. Probably been around longer than I thought. But it's a pretty powerful way to just leverage a little bit of control down on the first floor. Usually when you play on defense in a ranked environment, people tend to think of, okay, we're going to play on the first floor, and then we're going to have like a roamer or two up top. Not a lot of people really think about, okay, we're playing up top, can we have a roamer down below? You'll usually have like a vigil or somebody, you'll usually have a crackhead on your team, crackheading around in tower, might have a crackhead over in here in armory, and sometimes you'll see like some kind of weird extended stuff where you'll have like the hatch drop, and then people can like fight these guys over here. But the problem with dropping here is that you can often just get shot from main lobby or the garage, obviously. So the cool part about this hold is that there's a hatch drop. So everything here you can't destroy except for these walls, right? Unless you get the mute jammers, which usually attacking teams aren't going to allocate resources to get rid of these mute jammers. And if it gets too hot, you can just drop. Hot drop. Drop top, right? So we're actually going to look at some competitive rounds where I saw this strat enabled, and we're going to talk a little bit more about it in depth. So we got the VOD pulled up. So at this point, about close to a minute has passed for the Dark Zero take. And the only reason that Sonics ends up losing this round is because Pamba and Canadian are built diff and win some really, really crucial gunfights. But up until about the 20 second mark, this aspect of the hold was actually doing a really, really bang-up job of delaying time for the push around white. So let's take a look.
Over by that bunker double door right now. Wouldn't be surprised if in the mid-round he goes to solo clear any defenders down below or just to acquire that map control. There is someone on freezer stairs at the moment that he will have to worry about. That's Yeti on the go.
So this is a really common thing in the meta right now. Let me change the color. I clicked on that because I thought it was the actual thing. I ended up recording it twice. So attackers are blue. So here's Spooky Nook. This is a really common thing in this meta for a Nook solo push. Not too out of the ordinary, but it's going to be a pretty decent way for her to leverage some control going up around the kitchen hallway and wreak some havoc on the roamers there. So Yeti's actually positioning himself really, really well. He's anticipating this particular aspect of the play.
But more than likely Yeti is fully anticipating that someone, probably Canadian,
and yeah,
he loves to go on this solo clear down in the basement, or might be coming after him.
And Nook is an operator that's played by multiple people on.
And so right away, so Goyo canister, I keep doing that. Goyo canister goes off here, right? Fire. Looks like fire, right? Close enough. So Hyper's going to be wary of this, right? Hyper's going to be wary of this whole, like, hold here. Because Super is at SMG-11. He's going to try to contest this angle. You're actually going to see Dark Zero allocate a lot of resources just to deal with this particular part of the map.
Dark Zero as well. Canadian will be on flex, at least for this round, but don't be too surprised to see potentially NJ
Here's the quick peek I was talking about.
or Pambazoo on it.
Just a quick little sidestep.
As well. That flank from Yeti will need to get back to the bomb site at some point. We're about halfway
So like we're droning.
through round number 2, and it's a double door.
Right, we're droning stuff out. We're opening stuff up in the wall. Dark Zero is really, really keeping this in mind and giving this particular aspect of the hold a degree of respect, right? Because We're at a minute 30 right now. Okay, that's a significant amount of time wasted.
Common to see a nitro cell plate operator lurking below, especially
Nade here doesn't end up
knowing that
working.
default plant is going to be by the bottom of white stairs. If you can hang
Honestly, good positioning by Super here. He probably hears the grenade pull. He probably hears the pin, and then kind of
on to that
hangs
as
by
defense
the door frame a little bit, so he doesn't just get like naded right off of the wall.
into the main dorms area.
So Super kind of gets caught on the cross here. I'm not really sure why he ended up crossing this way. If he gets just a bit of a better jump on Canadian here, he probably wins this gunfight, but he doesn't.
Canadian just a missed opportunity, but he
Not an indictment of Super, it just happens.
ends up outdueling
Just a heads-up
Super. It
gunfight.
doesn't
Canadian
matter
wins the
who's
heads-up
younger or
gunfight.
Who's older in that particular engagement? Canadian is better. Now it's Yeti on the flank, a bit belated with a grenade in
Really, really good nade here.
hand. In the second for Canadian, he'll secure the down on Kansas.
But we're not really like starting the execute yet, right? I mean, like DZ is like way over on this end of the map for the most part, right? And Yeti is still maneuvering on the basement level because he knows that Canadian is up
He's
here.
going to look the wrong way. Yeti fires a bit too early, and now we'll see what they can do in this firefight. Ahead of Canadian spotted, Yeti can't control the vector, and he has to get out of there as he's basically out of munition.
But see how much time Yeti is wasting here? I mean, like he doesn't win that initial gunfight, but he does win this one, which was really big. And still, like 50 seconds on the clock. Like you got man not a man advantage, sorry. You have like man presence, right? Dark Zero member over here. Dark Zero member over here. Another guy over here, right? Nobody's trying to bust anything open. No one's trying to like get util from below to open the wall. Right? They're dealing with this little little dance that's going on the basement and the first floor, even though the site's up top.
A nice shot onto Hyper. The backup for Canadian does not arrive. Nitrocell on in. Damage done to NJR. This action is happening very, very quickly, Carter. And we've seen Kansan get picked back up in the meantime.
Yeah, Sonics have been able to take this time and start consolidating on the top floor and awaiting DZ's execute. So despite the fact that Canadian took
30 seconds. The execute isn't happening until 30 seconds left.
really both Super and Yeti off guard, though he only got away with one of those kills, Yeti has done a great
And we still have smoke canisters on the board, I think, right? Yeah. I can't. Yeah, one left.
job stalling out the entirety of DZ's attack.
And the Goyo cans, right? We got Goyo and smoke, so this is in a pretty good position. Again, like as I said at the beginning of the video, the reason that Sonics lost this match wasn't because of the strategic game, right? It was because of the gunfighting here and there with the gunfighting.
Even though their focus is on that top floor, it is a Dorm's defense. Rexon playing close on the breach right now, waiting for the push up right. Excellent shot
Slam.
by Yeti. Cuts down NJR at the bottom of white stairs, but there's one player there to still keep that facet of the push alive.
Good refrag by Canadian.
It's Canadian to get the next kill. Finally, Eclipse goes on in. Rexon's here. He's been
And then Pamba. This is really the round. I think this is where the round gets determined, is this particular engagement between Rexon and Pamba. And I think Pamba boosts here. No, he doesn't.
on drone. They're not even aware of his position. A second form potentially, though
LNG moment.
Panbazoo plays a great job dodging behind that shoot.
So that's pretty much it. It really just kind of came down to gunfighting. Just heads up gunfighting towards the end here. When did they have man advantage? Yeah, they have man advantage here. When did Kansan go down?
The next kill, finally Eclipse goes on in.
When does Kansan die?
Rexon's here.
Oh yeah, Pamba gets a really okay. Yeah, Pamba party.
He's been on drone. They're not even aware of his position. A second form
Yeah, so pretty much Pamba. I mean,
potentially,
just,
though
like,
Panbazoo
seals it up with just really good gunfighting, and even then, I mean, like, look at his health, right? Like, just barely. And Canadian.
plays a great job dodging behind
Puts
that
himself
shield.
in the right place at
Only
the
3
right time.
seconds. Grixer has to land one singular shot to deny this defense or
Grixer,
to get down Panba on the cover.
unfortunate
1
gunfight.
HP. No, he can't even land it. Single fire DMR.
Happens, you can't win them all. But, like I said, the strategic aspect of this hold, I mean, again, let's go back, right? Like, when are they actually doing the site execute? 20 seconds? 30? Yeah, I'm pretty sure return the 20-second meta, right? Yeti and Super do their job, right? Big players in this round, Yeti, Super. With this whole aspect of this defense, wastes a significant amount of time, makes the attackers route resources to something, commands respect, commands time to be managed. And really, even if you can waste 10, 20 seconds in a match of Siege, you're doing something, even if you're not, necessarily like winning gunfights. So just something to keep in mind. This is a really interesting aspect of this particular organ hold that I don't think is too difficult to do in ranked. I think if you coordinate it with a duo, it's, you know, you can play here, right? You can kind of post up here in security, have a buddy over here, bottom white. Makes for a pretty decent way to extend a little bit of control into the first floor of Oregon, and then also the staircases, right? Don't forget, it leads to the staircases, which also connect, I guess if you can visualize it, also connects up to laundry, and then white. Probably should make it a different color so you can read it. But you're kind of getting the idea, right? It's not just the fact that it allows you to contest shower hall, but it's also the fact that you have a hatch drop here as well. You have a hatch drop. Let me change the color again. You have a hatch drop back here. And then you can drop. And then again, you can move anywhere you want. You can like take a route to white, or you can take another route. I'm sorry, I got them mixed up. Take a route to laundry. Take a route to white. And then this pretty much gives you like a pivot point to anywhere on the map at a moment's notice because of the hatch drop, and also the ability to contest the shower push coming from that way. So it's a really, really powerful position to have, and I think you should consider using it in your ranked games. Probably not going to be too difficult to pull off. All right. If this video raised your Siege IQ, be sure to subscribe and like for more content like this. I'll be breaking down more NAL games and even some EU and LATAM APAC games in the future. Let me know what games you'd like to see me break down. Deuces.